Marvel's Daredevil Season 1 takes us into one of the darkest corners of the MCU, Hell's Kitchen, New York. This is the same city trying to rebuild after the destruction caused during the battle between the Avengers and the aliens. Yet beneath the surface, it is rotting with crime and corruption. At the center of this story is Matt Murdock, a simple lawyer by day and a ruthless vigilante by night. As a child, Matt loses his eyesight when chemicals spill into his eyes during an accident. However, the incident enhances his remaining senses to a superhuman level, especially his hearing. Matt can now hear heartbeats, detect distant sounds, and sense every movement around him through a unique radar sense inside his mind. His father, Jack Murdock, was a boxer who taught him the difference between right and wrong. But when Jack is killed for refusing to throw a fight, Matt begins to lose faith in the system. To keep that faith alive, he chooses the profession of law. Yet when he realizes justice cannot always be served in court, the vigilante inside him awakens. He fights for justice in the courtroom and delivers justice himself on the streets. At night, Matt wears a mask and fights criminals. At this stage, he does not yet wear the iconic red Daredevil suit, only black clothes and a mask, showing that this is his early form. He still has much to learn. Matt was trained by Stick, a harsh and relentless mentor who taught him that emotions are a weakness. But Matt's greatest battle is not outside, it is within himself. Can violence truly bring justice? By day, Matt runs a small law firm with his best friend Foggy Nelson. Together, they help people whom the system and police have failed. This is where they also meet Karen Page, who later becomes an important part of their team. Karen is falsely accused of murder, a crime secretly orchestrated by a criminal, Wilson Fisk. Matt takes up her case and fights to prove her innocence. Meanwhile, a nurse named Claire Temple enters Matt's life, repeatedly saving him from death. She questions him, "Are you really saving the city or making things worse?" When Foggy discovers Matt's secret, their friendship is pushed to the breaking point. Behind nearly every major crime in Hell's Kitchen stands one man, Wilson Fisk, also known as Kingpin. Fisk does not see himself as a villain. He believes he is rebuilding the city in his own way. His love for Vanessa makes him emotional and human, but his rage and brutality reveal the monster within. As Fisk's power grows, he takes control of the police, the media, and the entire system. Fear spreads across the city. But Daredevil is not one to back down. He decides to confront Fisk directly. In the season finale, Matt fully embraces his true identity, wearing the red Daredevil suit for the first time and facing Kingpin in a final showdown. Eventually, Wilson Fisk is arrested. But the war for Hell's Kitchen is far from over. Daredevil Season 1 is not just a superhero show. It is a story about pain, faith, and the struggle between right and wrong. It shows that heroes bleed, break, and pay a price for every victory. That is why Daredevil remains one of Marvel's most realistic and powerful characters.